Building good credit is essential for getting approved for loans, credit cards, mortgages, apartment rentals, and even some jobs. But when you're just starting out, it can seem like an impossible catch-22. How do you build credit when you need credit to build credit in the first place? Don't worry. In this video I'll walk through all the steps and strategies for establishing credit from nothing. From understanding credit scores to the best starter products, I've got you covered with the tips to build your credit rating the right way. What is credit and why does it matter? Let's start with the basics. What exactly is credit? Your credit is essentially your financial track record that lenders use to determine how trustworthy you are to pay back money borrowed. This track record is summed up in your credit reports and credit scores. Your credit reports are detailed histories that show all your credit accounts, balances, payment details, and public records like bankruptcies. The credit scores are three-digit numbers calculated from your credit reports that represent your creditworthiness. Having no credit can be just as problematic as having bad credit when trying to get approved for loans, credit cards, rentals, and other accounts. Lenders want to see that you have experience managing credit responsibly over time. How to establish credit when starting fresh. When you're new to credit, the name of the game is getting accounts onto your credit reports so you can start building a positive payment history. There are a few main ways to get that first account. 1. Become an authorized user on someone else's credit card. 2. Apply for a secured credit card. 3. Get a credit builder loan or secured loan. 4. Apply for a retail store credit card. Let's look at each of these options. Authorized user method. One of the easiest ways to begin building credit is to become an authorized user on a family member or trusted friend's credit card account. As an authorized user, the entire history of that account will be added to your credit reports. But tread carefully that card's entire history, good or bad, will be imported onto your reports. Only go this route if you trust the other person has been responsibly managing their credit. It's also a good idea to have them add you as an authorized user, rather than adding yourself, to avoid any issues down the road. Secured credit cards. Secured credit cards are designed specifically for those with no credit or bad credit. You put down a refundable security deposit, usually $200, $500, which then becomes your credit limit. After a period of on-time payments, you can potentially get your deposit back and get upgraded to a regular unsecured card. Shop around for the best secured card with no, low annual fees, the ability to get your deposit back, and a card that gets reported to all three credit bureaus. Credit builder loans. Credit builder loans are another specialized credit building tool where you loan yourself the money. You make fixed payments, usually $50, $200 per month, into an account over 24 months. The lender reports those payments to the credit bureaus to establish a payment history. At the end, you get back what you paid in, minus interest. Retail store cards. Retail credit cards from stores like Kohl's and TJ Maxx may have less stringent approval requirements, making them easier to get with little to no credit history. Be cautious though, their higher interest rates and lax lending standards can tempt you into overspending and falling behind on payments, damaging that fresh credit you're trying to build. Additional tips for building credit from zero. Whichever path you start with, there are a few other best practices to establish great credit as quickly as possible. Make all minimum payments on time, no exceptions. Set up autopay if needed. Keep credit utilization low, under 30% of your total limits is best. Apply for credit only when truly needed to avoid excess hard inquiries. Become familiar with your credit reports and monitor for errors. Have patience. Building credit from scratch takes 6+ months of credit history before any scoring. The importance of using credit responsibly. The last key point I'll leave you with, the most crucial factor for building excellent credit over the long run, is using your credit accounts responsibly. That means making on-time payments every single month, keeping balances low across all cards, not maxing out credit limits, and avoiding derogatory issues like collections or bankruptcies at all costs. Building credit is a marathon, not a sprint. By exercising financial discipline and patience, That perfect credit score is absolutely achievable, even if you're starting from zero. And establishing a solid credit history up front makes almost every future borrowing and rental situation dramatically easier. So make sure to take advantage of the credit starter tools covered here, follow responsible credit habits from day one, and watch your scores rise steadily over time. Let me know if you have any other questions. Closing. Those are the keys to building credit from the ground up. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more personal finance tips coming soon.